this video, I'm going to talk about the concept of Lord Ganesha's story and how it relates to the human health. So anyone who knows about Lord Ganesha and its story, it sounds very far-fetching, but when you connect the dots with the health, it makes absolute fantastic sense. So let me give you an overview of what the story is, and I'll show you how you can connect the dots with your health at the end. So the story goes that Mother Parvati decides to get rid of all her dirt and create this little boy called Ganesha, and decides to go for a shower after that, and says, guard the door and don't let anyone come inside. Lord Shiva, the husband of goddess Parvati, comes back and sees this little boy guarding the door, and who says, do not enter. And Lord Shiva, who says that this is my house, how are you stopping me from coming in, goes and chops off his head. And then goddess Parvati comes outside and sees that the boy she has just created is dead, and starts crying and also gets very angry. So Lord Shiva gets, in the process of pacifying her, sends his followers called the Ganas to go and get this first animal that is seen in the northeast section and facing the northeast section, and cut its head and bring it back, and they find the head of elephant, and that's put onto this little boy, and the boy is now transformed into Lord Ganesha, who also becomes the leader for the Ganas who are following Lord Shiva. So let me connect the dots between this esoteric, mystical, almost impossible and violent story in its own way with your health. So Mother Parvati, she is also called as Prakriti, and in English terms it's basically Mother Nature. And so she is getting ready for fall in reality. The Ganesh festival happens just before the fall season is about to happen. So when she is collecting all the dirt, the mull, the toxins inside the body, she's not only just working and removing all the toxins inside just the body, it's also at the subtle energy levels, at the energy and the mind and the wisdom, and then the causal body where the ignorance and the ego resides. So what she's taking is collecting all the dirt, all the mala, all the malas in Ayurvedic terms, and bringing it out and creating this little boy. Now, why a boy and not a girl? Because what she's really doing is shedding or getting rid of the masculine negativities and masculine toxicities as part of this particular month, which happens the Bhadrapad month in the lunar calendar. So the Bhadrapad month is more for masculine detoxification, and the next month which follows in the lunar calendar, which is the Ashwin month, is more for the feminine detoxification. And I'll talk about this in some more videos. But so Ganesha is this masculine detoxification effort from a Mother Nature point of view, and she has now created this head. And then Shiva, who's considered to be the god of the transformation, actually gets rid of the ego right there and brings in the most brilliant and the most humble elephant, who is also involved in knowledge, but also creating karma or the work based off of the knowledge. So it's the brilliant combination of intelligence and higher divinity that gets put onto this boy, the masculine creation by the Mother Nature, who's already worked hard to do the work for you, and she's created this little boy called Ganesha. Now, the Ganesha's first name when Mother Parvati gave him was Vinayaka. Vinayak means the one who does not have a owner or a lord, or the one who does not have a leader. He is one of a kind. And so if you compare the dots with the body, the toxins which have come from different layers of the body are one of a kind. There is no identity per se. It's one of a kind identity because it's a mix of all, the mix of everything into one little ball that she had created into this, given this body called the Vinayaka. Now, when Lord Shiva comes in and puts the head of the elephant, he also makes him the god of the Ganas, which are the followers. So, what are the Ganas? The Ganas are followers or the assemblymen, and they basically reside in the burial grounds or the cremation grounds. So, how do you connect the dots with that, with the body? So, Lord Ganesha, so if all the toxins and everything is coming in, now we have a leader who's going to make the processes which are going to accelerate the excretion process and the exit of the excretory channels. That's where the ganas or the processes exist. So you need a leader, somebody, when you need the things to move, you go and approach the leader and pay humble homage or say thank you and please help us, and that leader will help accelerate the process. Now if you look at Lord Ganesha himself and look at the body compared to all the gods out there, he is the fattest of all the gods. So from an Ayurvedic point of view, he is the god which represents Kapha. And so from the goddess point of view, she is getting rid of the old cells, which are also, when there is an infection, when there is a body accumulation of toxins, what the body does is creates mucus, which is a representation of Kapha. And so the Lord Ganesha, from a health point of view, is really this leader of the Kapha, who's going to now start this massive journey of detoxification, which is about to start in the fall season. And right after Ganesh Chaturthi in this Bhadrapad month, after 10 days of celebration, what is happening is the Pitru Paksha begins, which is the biggest shedding of the masculine parts of the cells inside the body. Whether you're a female or a male, doesn't matter. There's a masculine element in just about everyone. And so that starts getting shedded during the Pitru Paksha. And then comes Navratri, where the feminine cells start getting shedded. So Ganesha, who is the Kapha, and who is the biggest accumulation, where the Mother Nature has already done the work for you and collected it, is now going to lead the process of detoxification. So in the spiritually and culturally, it is the Lord Ganesha is the one whom you pray to remove the obstruction. And if you look at the location of where the Lord Ganesha resides, he's really at the Mooladhara chakra, near the anus area. And if you think about it, the biggest excretory processes that happen in the body, as one is the poop cycle, second is the pee cycle, the third is your breathing and exhalation cycle, and the fourth one is the sweating. The biggest one amongst this is your poop cycle, where most of your excretion from the body happens. Now, generally, whenever the masculine elements, they are more solid and more cellular kind of structure, comes out of the poop cycle. So Ganesha is that Kapha god who is going to help the obstruction move out. So think about it. If you're constipated, nothing's coming out, and that's going to be the worst feeling inside the body. The best feeling really comes in is when you go and it feels good that the obstruction has been removed. So the location of Ganesha, spiritually, culturally, is the one who is guarding the Mooladhara and the anal area. From a spiritual point of view, you also want the negative energy to go out and the positive energy to now start ascending. And Lord Ganesha, the Vinayaka, who is also the leader of the Gana, is now going to help, with the help of these processes, excretory processes happening inside the body, get rid of all the Kapha, all the toxins out of the body, and kickstart the massive detoxification that is about to happen during the Pitru Paksha, and then following during the Navratri. And why is this really happening? Is because the body is really getting ready for the fall and the winter season, the body is also getting rid of the old and getting ready for the new that is about to happen during the winter season. That is the new cell growth that is going to start at the time of Diwali. So culturally, as esoteric and as crazy these stories may sound, from an Ayurvedic point of view, there's a big connection. From a Vedic point of view, there is always a health connection with any of these stories with the body. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. There's a lot more information that will be coming out in the following videos. So stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video. So as you can see, once you understand the true meaning behind these stories, and you can actually apply it in practical, real form, then you can maximize the benefits of these stories and not just blindly follow them as a spiritual routine or a cultural routine. If you don't understand the why behind what you're doing, essentially what will happen is eventually you'll stop doing it. So understanding the why behind these stories is really, really important. And there is a massive health relationship with just about everything in Vedic culture, Vedic wisdom, Vedic information that's out there. So try to connect the dots, find out if there's a health connection over here, and then use it. And then you'll be able to find the benefits from a long-term point of view. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and share this wisdom with as many friends as possible, because many more people who could benefit from this. So thank you, and see you next time.